Hello and welcome to the Soul List. This is part 2 of my leveling on hardcore. Let's look into what I have done for some difference from the first video. It will soon enough show you everything. So when I started up the first leveling season hardcore, I choose to have the bleed on. It works okay, but it is a bit slow. This is also a bit slow. But what I like about this build is it's all about Thorns. At this level I'm kinda too low to get it all up, but it seems to be working as I have nothing opened. Everything needs to be done from the beginning. So there's a few things that I will tell you about that you need to change if you want to run this build. Let's go over the expertise, which is the hardest to start out with because you really need to upgrade the two-handed axe expertise. So the thing I'm following is, I can show you the build because it is here. No, sorry, wrong one. Let's find the right one. This is it. So I found this build and this is what I like. It's really fun. It's way easier than most of the builds and it has a lot of toughness, which is nice on hardcore. So even as this is an in-game build, you can actually easily use it. You can go to the skills, set up everything. It's not hard. One of the things you do need to change is, and I will show you on my own game, so it makes it a bit easier. Don't forget, you can put on leveling. If it doesn't give you all the points, just put some of the lower points in first. So now that you've seen who I'm following, you see all the builds, everything here. Now you can find this guy. And as you can see in the top, infinitive, ultimate, Thorns. So there you go. So for now, let's see here. I need to put this one back up here. There we go. So let's go over some of the skills I do different than he does for now. Because again, we do need to use the two-handed axe to gain access to the 10 level of it. So I choose to use Rend. And I do this for more reasons. One of them is this one. It gives me fury back, so it means I can use it more times, equal I get more expertise points. A good way to do it. So this is one of the changes that the other guy that I follow, he used kick. For now you don't really need it and it's totally fine to go without. What you do need to start with is open up for all the skill points. Because everyone knows that, funny enough, all the yells are really strong. So having all of these unlocked will make it easier for you to go around. The next of things, you can go for whatever, but if you follow up his way to go down and open up for the things, and you see what kind of skills he wants first and last, it's gonna make a lot of sense to you guys, and it will make it way easier to play out. So one of the things is, you don't really need all of the gear, you can go with whatever you find. It actually works for me quite well. Some of the things you really want to unlock as fast as you can is of course the survivability. So one of the things here is you want this ability because it gives you more armor, which will make this a lot easier for you. Most of his skills in there you can actually unlock by just doing some dungeons. The earlier on you do them, the easier they are to do, and you can easily follow up another build with, for example, Uphaven or Hodda. Those leveling guides are really strong and it makes really a lot of sense to use those instead of what I did with the Rend. So this build is totally straightforward, there's no big deals with it, and I'm gonna show you a few things. And as you saw, I have 4 skill points I should have put in, but it's not a big issue right now. So every time you go into a fight, you pop all of your things and you go straight into it. So as I said before, I use the Rend to make sure I get my expertise with my two-handed axe. To have a two-handed axe, you need to have a two-handed axe here. You go under here and you make sure to put in the two-handed axe. Easy enough. So this build is straightforward. It has some nice toughness, even as I'm not built it completely into my toughness yet. Because again, I'm leveling. I'm just leveling on tier 1. You could easily do this on tier 2, it's no problem. I just don't want to die for no good reason. And I'm waiting for a guy to come online so I can play with him. So What I have been doing is mostly I'm going to just upgrade my my vampiric powers and unlock the vampiric powers you're gonna need. You don't need to complete the whole campaign. You don't need the last quest, so you don't need to kill the boss to unlock the few vampiric powers you need, which makes this build quite easier to sustain. So let's see how it goes. And I could definitely do this on tier 2. It wouldn't be a problem, but again, we all know Blizzard maybe have some problems. You're gonna get killed and they don't want to restore your game. Because hey, it's Blizzard. Oh, you lost your character, we don't care. Thanks. Okay. Oh, we lost the area now. Or, yeah, lost the area. Okay, there we go. Let's go back here. Okay, so I'm gonna show you here that one of the things we really want is this one. So this is kinda important for us to unlock, so as you see, you really need to get some points in here. So the faster the better. The other ones, as I said, is mostly unlocked but just do the campaign, because you don't need the last one. So you just need to unlock, let me see here, Moonrise, and the other one is Headtech. Those you need unlocked. So as that is the only way, yeah, you need to do it. Nice. So as you see, I'm still in the beginning of it also. There we go again. Try as fast as you can and upgrade them to tier 3. It won't be that easy, but still, it's a good idea to just get it going. Why I'm not doing the undying here is because I actually don't use it. It's one of the things that need to be changed as soon as I get the right things here. There we go. If you want to run this build and you feel not that strong, just go with some more, what should we call it, defensive vampire power. It's not a big difference. So it first really go on later on in game. So you can go with definitely whatever you like, and it won't really interfere a lot with your either your build or the game. Let's see. Yeah. There is also one of the things you want to get is the needle flare, I think it's called, for one of your weapons. It's easy to get. Is it this one? Yeah. So this one gives you Thorns. So you definitely want that. You can still find it just by drop, or you can definitely go to the dungeon and just unlock it. As I said, most of these skills in here is actually easily found through the dungeons. A few of the things you cannot get that way is some of the uniques. So you probably need to get to tier 3, I think it is, to start unlocking uniques. And there is a weapon you want. It's a normal one-handed sword, but that's a really good upgrade. And then I think it is a headpiece. I don't remember the last one. You can always check it, or you can check the link that I showed you. Let's see here. And as you see, Thorns. So he's killing himself. Bam. It's just nice. And don't forget, you can always use a horse. It's a nice way to get around and also a really nice damage boost. Let's see what we got here. On hardcore, always go for those ballistas. You won't really survive if you're unlucky. They deal a high damage. So if you're new to hardcore and you just want to have a good time, you don't really need to get to endgame too fast, you just want to be sure you don't die, then my guide is definitely what you're looking for. Let's see here. Oh. And don't forget, any game, whatever, always pick up your flowers. You need those flasks. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it does help a lot. Also, don't forget, if you have a seasonal normal character, if you unlock all of those lovely points that you can use in your smoldering asses, that means you can actually take those points into hardcore as well. Don't forget, if you finish up all of your hardcore, it will return to the next season as well, so make sure you pick up all the Lilith and all the simple things, unlock the maps and whatever you need, just to make sure you don't need to do it the next season. And don't forget, you only need to do it on one character. Let's see here. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, and if you need to know, I'm listening to a lot of different music, all from country to Metallica to other really awesome groups like Guns N' Roses to Alan Walker to whatever, guys. It is just amazing. If you also love some Disney and shit, just come by from time to time. And then you can put on some music and we can listen to all the same, and I will tell you what songs I'm playing for myself and you'll be able to hear your own songs and we can have a blast. Okay, so let's go to the town and go over some of the skills I'm using from the side, from that guy I'm following. Let's see here. This one I can actually use because of what I'm doing right now. Okay. Always save extra gear if you die or whatever. It's a good idea. So, let's go over my skills and how I put them in. So, I'm gonna check on the side, so I make sure that what he does is the same I'm following and stuff. So, let's put it up. There we go. Now I can see the channel. So, you definitely want to have all 5 points of Frenzy, because it is Frenzy your build is all about. So yeah. Frenzy gives you more attack, equal higher chance to deal with your Thorns, and also it will buff your other skills like a lot. So we actually normally wouldn't have any points here, because we would go for the kick. So let's check what we have here. It tells us that we need these ones. Maximum life is really good. Same goes with damage reduction. So I only have 1 point here, and we go this way. So easy. Then we have this one, 1 and 3. And go this way. Again, I only have 1 point. Let's check the next one here. Then we have this one. Again, 1 point is enough. Then we need 3 in all of these. And I don't have any more points. Then we need 3 in this one. Let's go here. We need 3 in this one. And 3 in all of these ones. Nothing else in that lane. Then down in the bottom here we need this one. And then we need this one. So, if you follow up you can always scroll back or whatever. But this is how it looks with the leveling guide I'm putting in. Whatever. So, you can also see where my points is right now. So you know that those points is enough to unlock further on. Let's see here. Yeah. For your frenzy, it will always go with dual wield, so just make sure you have the highest damage possible. Doesn't really matter what is on them, because they'll do your own things on it. Just make sure you have high damage. If you want to listen to the music I'm listening to right now, it's Metallica. There we go. Could you run other builds that are way stronger than this? Yes, of course you can. Would they be just as safe? For leveling, sure. They are all really strong, and bleed is just not the best. But as I said, I'm doing it purely to get up with my level on two-handed axes. That's the only reason. So let's check here what level it is now. It is level 5, almost 6. So soon enough we can shift that out to kick. I also enjoyed playing harder a lot, but I mostly enjoyed it on softcore. Oh, mine. Flowers. Jump. And as I told you guys, I don't have the right gear. So you could easily get really good gear, a lot of toughness, attack speed. Cooldown reduction is a fairly good thing because then you can use your screams a bit more. So attack speed, main thing, cooldown, sure, life and toughness in armor. It's really something you want in this build. So if you can get it, go for it. It also shows that it's a good idea to go for all resist on your rings, which is just the diamonds. For weapons and everything, I don't remember right now, but I think it is the vulnerable, but I can check that up in a second. And don't forget guys, if you come and check me out live, I do have the timers for all of the things going on in Diablo. So you can see time for World Boss, time for Hell Titan, time for Legion. So let's see here. He says armor we need ruby, jewelry we need diamond, and weapon we need topaz. Topaz is the basic skill damage, which is our fury, so that makes sense. So we do think we deal a lot of damage with our attack, but in the truth is it's all about the Thorns. So trust me. But the speed you have on it really lowers the amount of cooldown. So it just makes it so much easier to recast things all the time. This build scales a lot when you go into your paragons. And you can really feel a big difference from every point you put in. So is it worth it to try that out? Oh yeah. I tried the HUD and everything in softcore as well, without having everything. And I must say just changing over was so much more smooth and relaxing. I don't know, but people does say that. And it's because you don't need to stress at all. You simply need to click your buttons, sure. You need to rock around, sure. So the same amount of clicking and everything like that is the same, but because your life is not really vanishing from you, it feels a lot more stressless. So I think that's where people talk about easiness. And when thing hit you, they just die. Who don't like that, right? You wanna touch me? Sure, come here and I kill you. So, for me, it feels a lot more just go through the game. Enjoy what you're doing. Don't be afraid of a high level, what is called mobs. That you need to kill. As you see, my life is perfectly fine. Okay, I'm still on tier 1, so of course it should be. But yeah, it's just nice. Let's see here. So, because I'm playing with my friend in this game, I have not done the dungeons. If you play solo or with friends, make sure to do all the dungeons for your barbarian. Because it is just gonna make your game so much more smooth. I think the Needle Fire is one of the dungeons you're gonna do by following up on the normal quest line for the vampiric powers. So I think I will end this video here so it doesn't get too long. And then I will do you a favor and put up every time I get a few more levels within my build. so you can follow up on everything I do. If I change something new, if it does a lot of new things for me, then you should be able to follow in on everything. The build doesn't really change that much, so if you just play it like this, it's straightforward. Hold down your left click, cast out your yells, and guess what? You are good to go. So this is definitely easy. So this is the Zulus, and I will be back. I will try and redo some of my search bars, so you'll be able to search for me by clicking Diablo 4, how to play this build, and I do not go into too much about skills. There is so many people making awesome builds for you guys. I just want to show you where do you want to click this spell over the other spell, what kind of things do you go to, what is the reason why you use a spacebar at some points, why do you do some different things, because sometimes we forget that when we make awesome videos for you guys, and it is kind of like we set us down, we make a build, and for some reason we just really don't know how to play it. And that's what I'm trying to do, and I hope by doing these videos you will come and ask me for some other things, and I cannot make this build work, and I will make a character and I will see if I can make it work and how I will play it. So if that is something you can use, don't stay a stranger, just come along, ask the questions, and I will definitely do my best. I can make long videos. You can sit and just watch me going for hours and be a part of it, and I can show you how I change from one time to another. Okay guys? So this is the Zulus, and the Zulus is out. This is the way.